Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in today's video I'm going to go over an acrylic booster display that just come out with Collector's Cash. I'm also going to go over a new local hobby shop that someone I used to work with, and then we're going to open up some booster packs at the very end, have some fun with that. So first, this is what I'm currently selling in my store, and you see it's a little different than the one that I showed you guys a little while back, but it's got a little bit more space, which is nice. It has its perks. And you see it's got the two magnets right there, and it's pretty cheap. It's like $27 or something like that, which is, you know, way less than what I had previously for something else. But Collector's Cash, they sent me a few of theirs. So like, I think this is their original one, man. They got a super nice packaging. Mine's just like a white box or something like that. So I haven't actually looked inside of these. And for those of you who are wondering, I do make a little bit of money selling mine. Collector's Cash, I don't. I know Beamer, and he texted me. He's like, "Hey man, we just got these things in, and wanting to know if I wanted any." I told him, "Just send me some, and I'll review it on the channel." All right. So right off the bat, you guys can see that on the sides it's got pretty nice thick plastic. But this one, I think this is a side-loading one, and you get the little feet separate, which is nice because some people like the feet, some people don't. I personally don't like the feet, even though they come on this one. You can basically choose if you want it on this one. I do like right here where it gives you a little something to open it with. You can see that. And this is the original version, so it's like a side loading type. And so at the bottom it does have on here Collector's Cash Ultra Pro. So if you want to show that, you can just show this side, and it also has the same with that. Or I guess if you wanted to not show it, you could just flip it around. So that's what that one looks like. And the new one that they just got in was this right here. It's the 2.0. And it looks like it's going to be a top loading type, so I'm going to look at that one. And I've got a box we can throw in there too. For those of you who are wanting the booster boxes that are inside the acrylic cases and you care less about the display and stuff, I do have these boxes for sale. Might be a little bit higher than some of the other people though, because I know prices have come down and I haven't adjusted prices in a few weeks. But there's basically a huge reprint that just hit for a lot of stuff. And I'm not completely convinced that the Darkness Ablaze was a reprint, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. So this is the same kind. It's got Collector's Cash Ultra Pro right there. I don't know if it'll zoom on it. You guys can see my face. And then you got the little thing. So if you just wanted to have the clear on the front, like you could just turn it around. Personally, I like the I get like this better, where you could put it in through the top. Now this acrylic looks super clear, but it does feel a little bit less lightweight than this. However, I will say this. Yeah, you can actually see a little bit of difference in the thickness. These are really, it's kind of nice. Like the corners aren't like, I just touched my finger on the other box that I sell. It left a mark right there because it's pretty sharp. I think they've been halfway rounded just a little bit, like they've been hit with a router, which is nice because they're still straight. They're not like super rounded or anything like that, but I really like these, and I like the fact that you can come in here and you use this cloth to wipe it down and get any smudges off of it. But these right here, like if you don't want to put the feet on it, you don't have to. And yeah, I think it's a really good quality box. They're selling them on their site, I assume, collectorscash.com. And for those of you who don't know, Collector's Cash, they've been around in the hobby for a long time. They're the ones who sold me that first edition base set box that I opened up on the channel that really got me probably half of my subscribers at this point, because it's got like 1.5 million views or something like that. But we're going to move on from these. Well, let's talk about Darkness Ablaze real quickly. I did just get in. It said it was a reprint of Darkness Ablaze. I don't know if that was like an actual reprint, because what seemed peculiar to me is like all the boxes now have the UKCA on here, like Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, and when I looked at the Darkness Ablaze, it still doesn't have it. So it doesn't make much sense to me that they just printed Darkness Ablaze again. I'm wondering if, and not all of my distributors have been telling me that they have this product come in. They haven't heard, some of them said they haven't heard about it. So I'm wondering if the people that I have been getting some of these off of are just distributors that set back product. They held it back. They didn't actually sell through on it. They just set back, you know, pallets or whatever, and now they're reselling it because, you know, there's a little bit of a crunch now with the prices. You guys have seen how a lot of these are normalizing back to where they were pre-COVID, which is a good thing. It's a bad thing. It makes me feel like a saturation type deal, but it's a lot of competition if you're a buyer of booster boxes, but you're enjoying the $100 Fusion Strikes, you're enjoying the 110, 120 Evolving Skies, they may be even lower now. Even Darkness Ablaze you're seeing at about 120 when those were at like $160, $180. So it's kind of cool to see the prices come down on one side. On the other end, it's like, you know, we're heading back to the point where you can't make money on boxes, so are people who have been buying it, are they going to continue to do it? So good thing for the hobby shops, because if you can sell the packs at $4 a piece, you're going to do just fine. But it's kind of hard to compete on the internet with a lot of people in it. But moving on to the next part, the new shop that is in town is the Otaku Hangout. I ran into a former customer at Food Line. In fact, I think he's still one of my current customers, because he was wanting to meet up with me for some stuff that he bought or stuff that he wanted to buy locally. I didn't realize, you know, who it was, and I was like, no, I don't do that. Basically, anytime anybody asks me on eBay if they want to meet up locally or if they can buy stuff locally, I say no. And the reason is it's a lot of time. Any spare time that I have is probably going to my family anyways, but also eBay, they're funny about messages like that. So if I seem rude in any way, I apologize for that. But anyways, he let me know that Adam, he's the guy who used to run the Charizard Authority, or TCA Gaming after it switched, you know, the actual physical store. Him and his family pretty much ran the whole thing. I just kind of still did the eBay stuff while we were there. And he's opened up his own shop, and it's locally here in Hickory. Near the Big Lots. It's called the Otaku Hangout. And so this morning I was doing a little bit of Christmas shopping with my girls, and I decided to go by there. We had a few extra minutes, and I'll tell you what, the place looks pretty nice. It's wide open. It's got plenty of play space, which to me, I really value that. But he also had these sitting in the background, and so he dabbles in different games. If you guys like MetaZoo, he does have that. He's got Dragon Ball Super. I think he said he had Digimon. He said, well, actually, I think he said that was one of his top performing games. I know he used to do all kinds of other games like Weiss Schwartz and Final Fantasy. I don't know what all he does now, but I know at least he does the Pokemon. He's trying to do Yu-Gi-Oh! He's got some Magic in, Dragon Ball Super, Digimon. He did have some MetaZoo spell books there and some of the blisters, but he also had these, and you guys know that I love my Charizards. I go for the Master PSA 10 Charizard set, so that means I have to get this specific Charizard in a PSA 10, both the regular, and now I've also added jumbos to the mix. So I'm hoping that I can get some decent condition ones out of here. I bought them for $70 a piece, which is about where the market is at. I know that they were like $150, $200, and they've come down quite a bit since they have been officially released through Walmart. I've got a lot of bids online for $60. I think I just bought 3 yesterday for $208 or something like that. So he was right on the money with the price, and I get to have them straight in hand, so that was really nice. And you know, what's pretty cool is I don't have to wait for the seller to ship. I've been getting a lot of trouble out of seller shipping lately. But I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and open up one of these. I wasn't going to open one, but let's show you guys what we got going on here. A lot of packs. This is the Charizard GX Premium Collection. I believe it's, retail is like $50. Maybe it's $55. And it's something. I think it should be $50. I think, but the way Pokemon's been, they've kind of increased some stuff. Got Vivid Voltage, 2 Vivid Voltage, 3 Chilling Rain on one side. And then you got 3 Evolving Skies and another 2 more Chilling Rain. And then there's the code. Somebody can go unlock the digital version of him. See how the Jumbo looks. The Jumbo is a little off center. You know, maybe if I get a dozen like this, I'll submit them all together. It'll cost a lot of money to submit, but maybe I can hit, you know, 10 here and there. I do have some top loaders to send them in now, which is nice. Then here is the promo itself. Fortunately, it does look like it's off center. Tag Team GXs, that was usually the biggest issue because they have such a tiny border after they add in like the extra corner stuff. You can see right there. Backside, it's not going to look as bad. Normally on the front, if you don't pay attention, you won't see it. But I can definitely see it. Like, I know that this would affect it. Don't really see any whitening, which is great. But I think it would max out probably at the 9, unless, you know, I just got a grader who was going through pretty quickly and did not notice. So I imagine those will be out in time. I could probably pick up a PSA 10 for my estimate. When it comes out the first time, you're probably going to see them about $700–800. And then they'll drop down to about $500 or so. And if there's a bunch that get submitted, you know, they could potentially get down to the $200–300 range. But I think because they're so niche and you can't, like, there's not people who can just order cases and cases and cases and submit 50 or 100 of those at one time, coupled with the fact that it costs $150 to submit the card, I don't see this being less than a $500 card anytime soon if it comes back in a PSA 10. However, these are just numbers that I'm randomly throwing out there, estimates that could be completely wrong. There could be somebody who received a huge pallet of these things. They're all in beautiful mint condition. They're going to submit them all, and they're going to try to make $50 off of it, sell them for $200. But it's very unlikely, in my opinion. All right, so now let's get on to this stuff. Now I'll tell you, Adam, he's the guy who runs the Otaku Hangout. He's very knowledgeable in the game, so look him up. I'm pretty sure I assume he's on Google because I know his LLC has been around for a long time. But, you know, go support the place. If you're looking for a local place to check out a storefront or something, that's going to be the best place to go. Because I've tried to support a local store, a shop in the area for a while now, and the only one that's really been around that I know of that has a lot of Pokemon stuff really has been, they've moved so much that I haven't been able to get there. So I really hope that, you know, he succeeds, and if you guys are local, maybe go check him out, see what he's got. You know, I'm sure he's going to be getting more and more on his shelves as he gets his foot in the door. Alright, so this first pack is for, I want to show the card. Actually doesn't say on here. Let me look at the name. Boop. There's only 2 packs that were bought, so here it is. It's Austin L. I don't know why I was opening. Well, I just set it off to the side right here. So his card's in the background. Let's see what his non-hollows are. So he actually bought 2 things. He bought a light pack and he bought a heavy pack. That's what. Let me get this extra one out here. So we've got a Vulpix, Magnemite, got a Wartortle, Charmander, got 2 starters, Voltorb, got the Machoke, Nidoran, Weedle, Dratini, and then his hollow. So we get pulls for a hollow. Ooh, a Zapdos. This is the first appearance of a legendary bird. A nice swirl there to the left, you can kind of see it there. Centering is shifted to the left just a little bit. But I do love the Japanese quality of these original sets. Great pull, man. And who knows, maybe some of these light packs actually have a hollow in them. I don't know, because some of these were like right at 16.6 and there were some right at 16.59 that I said were lights. But anyways, we're going to ship that one to you sealed. Best of luck if you do open it. Otherwise, I'd probably keep it sealed. Just assume that it is going to be a non-hollow. Maybe I had talked with the Otaku Hangout with Adam, and I had said to him maybe I'll come back in a couple weeks or something like that and do like a store profile if he was down for that. What do you guys think? You think I should do something like that to show you what's on the shelves? Because I know he used to dabble in the old product too. I don't know if he has any of that kind of stuff, and that's mainly what I show here on the channel. But he definitely had a lot of the newer product. He actually had something I'd never seen before. Like it was this giant Jirachi box that I think he said was about $100 or so. But it was like an old Sun and Moon type thing. It was a Jirachi GX Powers box. He said it was a Walmart exclusive thing, or he got it at Walmart. I don't know if it was a Walmart exclusive, but I'd never even seen it on the shelves. But it was like one of the biggest boxes I had seen, like for retail packaging. So I thought that was really cool. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know there was quite a few different things there that we went over, but we should have some more videos out very soon. Thanks.